Atalanta hoping to sign Chelsea winger Callum Hudson-Odoi on loan. The Italian outfit brought in wing-back David Zappacosta from the Blues last week in a deal worth £8 million, with the player calling it quits at Stamford Bridge on a permanent basis after his fall down the pecking order. Reports from the Daily Express have suggested that Atalanta are in line to bolster their options up top on the pitch and have identified Hudson-Odoi as one of the names on their radar before the transfer window's deadline later this month. Hudson-Odoi's lack of regular first-team football in the Chelsea shirt over the past year could lure Thomas Tuchel into sanctioning his move away from the club on a season-long loan, with the Blues boss still backing the youngster to evolve into a major player at the Bridge. Tuchel has introduced a fresh face for the Chelsea frontline this summer in Romelu Lukaku, who has hit the ground running on his return to Premier League life by scoring in his debut game against Arsenal last time around. Thomas Tuchel confirms Chelsea are still working on transfer deals and responds to Cristiano Ronaldo's likely Premier League return. Thomas Tuchel insists Chelsea are trying to complete more signings before the summer transfer window closes and has responded to Cristiano Ronaldo's likely Premier League return. Chelsea broke their transfer record on Belgium striker Romelu Lukaku earlier in the month, but are still interested in bolstering Tuchel's squad further before the August 31st deadline. The Blues have been linked with moves for Sevilla and France defender Jules Kounde and Atletico Madrid and Spain midfielder Saul Niguez. Asked if Chelsea were planning to make any more signings, Tuchel said on Friday afternoon, "We still have some ideas and we are trying. Not all decisions are taken regarding also our squad. There are some negotiations going on and we are aware of all the situations. But also I'm happy with the squad as it is, and I have a lot of confidence we are absolutely competitive on a high level. All eyes are open, we are aware of all situations and you never know in football." Chelsea will only sign Sevilla star Kounde if they manage to offload Kurt Zouma, with the Frenchman in talks over a move across London to West Ham. "There are negotiations between West Ham and Chelsea about Kurt," said Tuchel. "Kurt right now is not with us, but not because of these negotiations. He's had some personal and family issues. There are negotiations, but to be very honest I don't know where that leads right now. Those things can happen at this stage." Tuchel also responded to speculation Portugal legend Ronaldo, widely considered one of the best players of all time, is set to return to the Premier League. The five-time Ballon d'Or winner has told Juventus he wants to leave the club and is in advanced talks with former club Manchester United after negotiations with Manchester City broke down. "I don't think it's good if he plays for any of our rivals," Tuchel said. "If he ends up in the Premier League, it's good for the Premier League and shows how competitive and how difficult this league is. At the same time it will make life harder for us. I'm hearing it now for the first time, so let's wait and see what happens." Chelsea have enjoyed a perfect start to the new season, beating London rivals Crystal Palace and Arsenal without conceding a goal, and face 2020 champions Liverpool on Saturday. Jules Kounde attempts to force through Chelsea move as transfer talks with Sevilla continue to stall. Jules Kounde has pulled out of Sevilla's squad and elected not to travel for Saturday's clash against Elche as he looks to secure a transfer to Chelsea, according to reports in Spain. The Champions League holders have been chasing the Frenchman for much of the summer, though have struggled to agree a fee with Sevilla, who had set an asking price of around €70 million, £60 million, slightly less than his release clause. Chelsea's offer, though, is yet to exceed €50 million, £42.8 million, which Sevilla believe is far too low and, due to La Liga rules, would give them minimal profit to bring in a replacement centre-back. The Blues are simultaneously hoping to sell Kurt Zouma to West Ham in a £25 million deal, and those funds were expected to be put directly towards Kounde, allowing Chelsea to up their offer significantly. But Marca report that Chelsea's offer is still just £42.8 million, and Sevilla are continuing to reject their proposal, which has forced Kounde to take matters into his own hands. The 22-year-old is desperate to move to Stamford Bridge and has not travelled with the rest of the squad to fly to Elche for Saturday's La Liga game. There are some suggestions that Kounde has instead flown to Paris as he awaits a move to Chelsea, though Marca say he spoke to manager Julian Lopetegui on Friday morning and it was decided that he was too distracted by the transfer speculation to focus on facing Elche. Even though Kounde has made his feelings clear, Sevilla will have no hesitation in keeping the France international if Chelsea do not significantly increase their transfer offer. "At the moment he's a Sevilla player," said the Spanish club's president José Castro after Thursday's Champions League draw. "We've reinforced this summer and want a strong team. We always listen to offers that come, but time is running out and, until now, there hasn't been anything. Lopetegui added on Friday, these guys have their share of the market. What is going to happen I don't know. If Jules leaves we are left with 2 centre-backs. If it happens, we have full confidence in Monchi. There is little time left, and nothing is simple. Our focus is 100% on the Elche game. Mount insists Chelsea's record transfer by Lukaku is already part of the family and shares insatiable hunger for success. Mason Mount is already forging an understanding with the £97.5 million Belgian centre-forward. Chelsea head up to Liverpool for a pop at one of their main Premier League title rivals this evening. And midfielder Mount says the club's record buy is like one of the family after just 2 league games, both victories. Mount said, "We are all on the same path." He never stops working hard in training, or in the gym. With his vision, his goals, it doesn't take long to understand each other's game. It doesn't feel like a new guy's come in. We know he has been here before, but that was a long time ago. Even so, like us, he wants to win big things with Chelsea. It doesn't just happen. We have been working on drills around the box, trying to understand each other's movement. It hasn't taken long. When you have a top player like that and understand each other, we have that link straight away. Lukaku, 28, first joined the Blues from Anderlecht back in 2011 and returns after stops at Everton, Manchester United and Inter Milan. And he described one cross from Mount in the 2-0 victory at Arsenal last week as brilliant. There is hope that the pair can forge a similar relationship on the pitch to that of their respective heroes Frank Lampard and Didier Drogba during a period of domination for Chelsea in the noughties. Mount said, "We want to create our own history at the club. With Romelu, we know how much he idolizes Didier and that is special. The same with me and Frank. They're massive idols at the club and we want to walk in their footsteps and achieve massive things. The next step is at Anfield today, when Mount will break new ground in his blossoming career. Last season, he scored the winner in a 1-0 Chelsea victory. The year before, his team went down 5-3 at the height of the raging COVID-19 pandemic. Mount said, "We won, but at an empty Anfield. I've never played there when it has been full. When the game kicks off and you can't hear a thing for the first 5 minutes it might be different. I spoke to a couple of the boys about playing there and they say it is unbelievable." Chelsea best positioned to snap up 18-year-old La Liga star. Chelsea will allegedly be at the head of the queue for midfielder Ile Moriba if the prodigy fails to agree a new deal with Barcelona. The 18-year-old star made 18 appearances for the Catalan heavyweights during the 2020-21 season and had been expected to play a key role for Ronald Koeman's side this campaign. Moriba's current contract at Camp Nou is due to expire next summer, though, and the player is being left out of the senior team squad at Barcelona until his contract problems are addressed. Chelsea are one of a host of teams, including Manchester City and Manchester United, to be linked with the youngster's services in the latest weeks. According to a recent report from a Spanish daily sports newspaper Sport, Barcelona believe that Ile will either join RB Leipzig or Chelsea if he does not pen an extension at the Camp Nou outfit. Real Madrid are also understood to be admirers of the ace, but a recent report stated that Los Blancos have agreed not to move for him because of a non-aggression pact with Blaugrana. The highly rated Moriba scored once and picked up 3 assists in 14 La Liga appearances last season.